topic about meditation principles because the most important thing that I would like to share to you is a message from my teacher or my master. He would say that beyond the best thing for us to do is to meditate. So he used the word beyond the best, which means it's better, even though the word best means it's the top already, right? But beyond the best means it's even better than what we think is the best for us. So this is something we do every day by meditating. You really unlock the best version of yourself more and more. And if you meditate more and more, the better version of yourself, you're gonna understand that and connect to it more deeply until that phrase world peace through inner peace can actually happen through each and every one of us. Because we may seem like right now, oh, we're just one person, but there's a better version of you inside. If you keep practicing, keep meditating, that better version of you will have a huge impact not only on yourself but the people around you. So it's our hidden treasure. It's a hidden treasure in the beginning, but actually it's not hidden. It's right inside of us. You can access it anytime, and the more you meditate, the deeper you'll get to it. So today I just want to review. I think it's important that we don't forget that we have a special point within ourselves, especially throughout the week, throughout the month, throughout our year. We kind of forget that we have this place that we can connect to. So I mentioned this, but I just want to remind you is that we need to find your piece of peace in any situation. Throughout the day, throughout the week, throughout the month, throughout the year. When we feel busy, when we feel stressed, when we feel we have obstacle, don't forget that you have some peace inside of you that you can find. And that's actually the missing piece that you need that may help you to solve that problem or overcome that obstacle. A lot of times we look outside of us for that piece to fill in this hole, but actually inside of you you have what you need. So I can't emphasize enough that we need to stop looking outside of us for the answer. In some cases, we really need to take a step back. When you take a step back, by taking this moment to stop, it's going to help you to see things in a different perspective rather than keep going forward. And this seems like an idea that some people aren't used to. But as you meditate more and more, you'll understand this more. Because, most people, we learn our whole life that we have to keep going forward. We have to keep trying. We have to keep excelling ourselves or putting effort into things. So when I say take a step back, it seems like, taking a step back seems like something bad to do. But we're taking a step back isn't meaning that we're going, giving up. It's just we're redirecting ourselves through our mind first. So when you see an obstacle, right? If you keep running into the wall, it's not gonna break. Maybe eventually it will break, but before it breaks, you may break yourself, right? So instead of running into the wall, take a step back and you may see that there's a way around the wall, or you may see that there's a door somewhere, or there's a ladder somewhere, right? But if you keep running into it, you never take a moment to stop and look for the way out. So that's what I'm saying is when you take a moment to take a step back, still your mind, don't forget the wisdom from Luang Pu. Stop is the key to success. You can try first. Okay, try like normal. Try. And then you'll realize, okay, maybe I need to stop. Silence my mind, calm my mind. And then you'll see that actually there's another way around it, a better way to deal with it. And hopefully all of us here are starting to realize that more as we meditate, that you have a special ability within yourself, and that comes from your mind. So that piece of peace is at the center of the body, of course. As we've been meditating with Middle Way, we know about the center. But how often do you put your mind there? How often do you connect yourself to that point? You know it's good, but how often do you go there? How often do you place your mind there? How often do you reconnect to it, right? So the key thing is consistency. Right now, when you place your mind there, it's not familiar. So for some of us, it is familiar. And the only thing separating you from being familiar with it is your consistent practice. So we need to make a habit of trying to bring our mind there throughout the day. If we can't place it there right away, that's okay. Okay? But okay, maybe right now you place it at the center, it feels strange, it doesn't feel familiar. So we can start from somewhere else where we feel relaxed first. Or you don't have to place it there right away, you can just relax, release. And after you relax and release for a little bit, and you feel that your mind is more soft, more gentle, more ready to place your mind at the center, you can place it there after. So you don't have to start there all the time, but don't forget that we should get there at some point by relaxing and trying to touch it get your mind there in some point throughout the meditation. Sometimes you may feel that your meditation isn't going anywhere, and that's just because you need to reconnect with the center a little bit. Just think of it softly, and you'll see your mind go forward. Sometimes our mind is like it's like a hard clay. It's not ready to be molded yet in the beginning, so we need to relax. We need to do nothing first until that clay gets softer and softer and is ready to be shaped. So your mind is the same. So in the beginning, maybe you can't connect to the center, that's okay. Just relax, release, and do your own thing first until you feel comfortable, you feel good, and then you can try again to connect. Because when we connect to the center, it's like our safe place. Even like the eye of the hurricane. Around it is all storm, all chaos, but in the middle it's still. So our mind can be the same way when we practice, meaning that it doesn't mean that everything around you is still. Not everything is perfect, but your mind is in a state of calm and peace, even though you're surrounded by, maybe on the subway there's many people, or you're going to work or in traffic. It's very busy, but your mind is still. So we can get to that point when we practice consistently. It can be your safe place that you can retreat your mind to, and your mind will be safe and calm. So again, if you don't feel comfortable connecting to the center, don't forget that we can start anywhere. So you can place your mind in front of you. You can visualize in front of you. You can place it anywhere, basically, or inside of you. Of course, inside of you is our goal, but if you're not ready to bring your mind there yet, then please don't force your mind to go there right away. Sorry. But I would just like to give this message from one of my masters. He said that if we meditate every day, our mind will become familiar with the center. We will become accustomed to the stillness. The mind will be lighter, softer. Our thoughts, speech, and action will be greatly improved. We will be more systematic, more synchronized, and more efficient. We will think positively, speak nicely, and carry out good deeds. We will resist worldly desires and temptations that distract our mind from its pure state. We will be able to maintain its quality to be strong inside and outside. So every day we practice consistently, the more familiar your mind will be with the center. And the more familiar your mind is with the center, the more our speech, action, and everything else about us will improve. Because if your mind is in a good state, then of course, what we say, what we do is going to come out in a positive way. Also, just to emphasize, the mind connected to the center of the body is like a tree beginning to grow new leaves. When those buds blossom, before we know it, we will see the fruit, which is the fruit of attainment, meaning the fruit of attaining good meditation. So every day we practice, we get to that center, our center is like a tree that's growing and growing. Our meditation is like a tree that's growing and growing and growing. And eventually the fruit is going to come out. And we're going to start to feel the happiness and relaxation more and more. But again, we can start from the easiest point, the calmest point, the most relaxed point, or the most familiar for each of us. Meaning that, okay, when we get to the center, our meditation is growing. But it's also growing from the moment that you start from where you feel relaxed. So that's also okay. But don't forget, the end goal is to get to that center. But it will happen as we relax, as we let go, as we get familiar with bringing our mind there. Our mind will go there automatically. Okay?